So that's going to be a real focus on partnership. If you're in a partnership, it may mean a deepening of your partnership or a focus on the partnership, asking about what's working in the partnership, what's not working. It may just be a real focus on enjoying being in a partnership, or if you're single right now, it might be an opportunity to enter into one. So that's just a nice focus for the beginning of October. You might just be sort of cozying in with your partner, or creating and welcoming space to have more intimacy in your life. And I also see that there is an authority figure that may be involved. So this could be the blessing of the father. Emperor is all about authority, rules, regulations, boundaries. And it's the most masculine card in the deck. So there may be either blessing from the father or a father involved. It could be that if a father figure is living with you and your partner. Or you may also just be exploring what are the rules and boundaries that we agree upon in this relationship that we have together. There's two four number cards that follow this Lover's card. The Emperor is card 4 in the Major Arcana, and this 4 of Swords is all about rest and reflection and taking time out to think about things. It's a real card of gathering strength. So with these two showing up, it's talking about boundaries, foundations, order, thinking about things. So the sense I'm getting is that you may be thinking about, what are the rules in regards to how the relationship goes? What are the foundations and the building blocks of how things are set up? It's just time to reflect upon those things. It's a good time to take time out, gather your strength, and just kind of think about things of rules, regulation, orders, boundaries, and especially how it relates to a lover's relationship. What works and what doesn't work. And honestly, what looks like is going to be working a lot is you. Cancer, this is the 8 of Coins card, and this is the workmanship card. This is the artisan card. So this depicts a lot of money from just basically effort over time. This guy kind of grinds it out. He loves what he does. He's focused on his workbench. So this just shows you working away at your job, whether you enjoy it or not. 8 of Coins tends to say that you do. If you're an artist or if you're involved in a trade that you love, this just shows that you're going to be involved with that towards the beginning of the month. This is a real focus on work. It also shows a nice return of money. You're able to, because you're consistently diligent and working at things over time, this shows that you're able to display your wares and sell them. So good for you, Cancer, to be focused on work and just kind of putting your head down and enjoying what you do. Or if there's not so much enjoyment, if you're just grinding through what you do, at least you're going to be able to reap some benefits from it. And also there's this sort of rusty orange color. I'm getting sunset energy. So there's a certain way in which you're just sort of basking in the glow of reflection. It's got that feeling of the time between daylight and evening, like at twilight, when it's just a time of reflection, thinking about things. It's sort of like the sun is setting. So that's the sense that I get for you at the beginning of the October, Cancer. It's a nice time to just sort of muse and ponder about things. Here is the Farmer card at the middle of the month. This is 7 of Coins. And Farmer always is a card for assessing things. It's about reflecting on things, considering, it's reassessment and reconsideration, and it's reflecting on, are the things that you've planted, are the seeds that you've planted generating the fruits that you were looking for? So with Farmer in reverse, it asks me, is there a way in which you are not being patient with something? Farmer is a great card of diligence and patience. So not only does he plant these seeds and they grow into a wonderful harvest of collection for him, but he's willing to wait over time. He's willing to be patient, endure the ripening of things, in which with it in the reverse position, it's asking me, in what way, is there a way in which perhaps you are not allowing things to ripen to their sweetest fruit? Are you being a little bit impatient about something? That's just a question to ask at the middle of the month. And also, in what way is it that you may be preoccupied with what is currently in existence and missing out on what the world is offering to you? Four of Cups is a card of introspection. It's a card in contrast to Four of Swords. Four of Swords is also a card of introspection and reflection, but this is appropriate. This is between bouts of activity. With Four of Cups, what it says is that you may be being a little bit too self-absorbed. See if you can lift your head up and look outside yourself, because the universe is trying to hand you something. The universe is providing you with an opportunity to fill your cup, which is your heart. Cups represent the emotional realm. So there's something of the heart that the universe is trying to give to you, and it's your job to lift your head up, come out of yourself, to receive it. That's at the middle of the month. And there may be some new truth that you discover also towards the middle of the month. Hermit is really interested in the bottom line and the truth of the matter. He's willing to separate himself off from the rest of society to discover new truths. So you may get some illumination or see the truth about something in the middle of the month. Could also have to do with having taken time out to do this reflection, even though you're busy with work. And you may get kind of wrapped up in your own head. There may be some truths that you come to find in the middle of the month. And it may involve joint finances or joint partnerships. This is Two of Coins, and this has to do with mutual finances, mutual resources, sharing of resources. So this could be like a contract with you and someone else, or this could be a place that you live with someone else, or this could be money, partnership money that you have both gone into business together. But that's going to be a highlight for the middle of the month as well. One thing that I'll say for October is be careful that you don't enter into any, be careful about what contracts you sign until after Mercury goes out of retrograde. That's going to go out of retrograde October 9th. So see if you can hold on until after that. This looks like it's mid-month, so make sure it's after the 9th that you do. And if you are considering signing any contracts or getting into any financial partnership or anything like that, you may just want to wait until after October 9th, because if you make a large purchase or receive a large asset or get into contracts, anything to do with financial or material, during a Mercury retrograde period, when Mercury goes back direct, sometimes that can be undone. So this may be a feature for you in the middle of the month. It can also sometimes represent juggling money. So it may be that you've got enough, but that you'll be pulling from one bank account to cover funds in the other bank account, or that you may be juggling money, just feeling sort of spread thin and feeling like you just have enough. But those are all possibilities for Two of Coins energy. What this is actually, in this line, I'm just noticing, what this is saying too, be careful about where you put your hard-earned cash. That's eight of coins. If you're going to invest with someone else or in partnership, be careful, because it may lead you to a feeling of stagnancy or standoff. This is someone who can't make a decision. It may be that this, whatever contract or joint partnership, you're having trouble making a decision about it, Cancer. So you may just want to wait on that. Normally I say take action when Two of Swords shows up, but because it's in relation with this Two of Coins, it's looking like this indecision may be in relation to this contract. And because of that Mercury retrograde, I'm going to say maybe wait until the end of October or after October 31st to join in with that. You'll have some time to think about this. That's highlighted at the beginning of the month anyway. Then towards the end of the month, it looks like you may have a new opportunity for a new lifestyle. This is similar to this card where it's the universe is handing you something that will fulfill you and that your heart is going to love. In this card, there's material possessions or wealth. This can sometimes be a new source of income or a new lifestyle. My question to you when this shows up is, how is it that you may be blocking or in shadow or delaying a new lifestyle? Because this is like new seeds that are being sown for a new garden. It's interesting that it's in line with this farmer card, because it's saying you have the opportunity for a new garden to come to you. So how is it that are you reevaluating the current garden or environment that you've created for yourself? And in what way may there be a new opportunity for a new garden, but that you feel doubt or fear, or there's some way in which it's being held under the surface. So that's just a question for you, Cancer. If there's something new that you would like to create, let the Ace of Coins operate for you, because the tides are turning and the seasons are changing. That's what this Wheel of Fortune card says. This is like the time is changing all things. It makes me think of that song, Wheel in the Sky Keeps on Turning. What's up will be down and what's down will be up. So things are changing gradually anyway. So this may be a new opportunity for you to sow some new seeds towards the end of the month, if that's something that you decide you want in your reassessment at this middle of the month. And through that time and change, you may discover that you've arrived in a place of wealth and luxury. It may be that through these new seeds that you're sowing, you may get immediate results. 9 of Coins is usually money that you bring to yourself through your own self-discipline. This is a woman of wealth, and usually it's by her own means that she brings money to herself. This is usually not money received from someone else, but it's money that she's brought to herself. And she's eating grapes. She's living a life of luxury. She's got this beaded, jeweled crown, and she's wearing all this jewelry and wearing fine purple robes. So there may be a way in which towards the end of the month you get to experience some of that luxury, some of that self-satisfaction of your own work, your own hard work that you put in towards the beginning of the month. You may just enjoy that towards the end of the month. And like I said, you may have a decision to be making towards the very end of October about whether you're going to join finances or continue in joint finances with someone else. And it looks like it's putting you in a place where you just can't make a decision about it, where you kind of want to check out about it because you can't decide whether to go right or left. So in some ways, you're just sort of saying, I can't decide. I don't know. I'm just going to forget about this for now. So maybe that's what's going on for you, and maybe November will be the time to decide about that. But for the time being, just enjoy your own money that you are bringing to yourself, and then you may have time later to think about whether you're going to continue to put the money that you are earning